Zeal Education Society, redefining excellence.
Hello friends, I am Professor Shweta Yadav from Department of Electrical Engineering from Zeal College of Engineering and Research. In today's lecture, we will see closed loop configuration of operational amplifiers. Hence before, we have already seen an open loop configuration of operational amplifiers. And we have seen three different categories of it, that is differential amplifier, inverting amplifier and non-inverting amplifier. So in this closed loop configuration, we will see the four different categories. Okay, so first of all we will understand that what is exactly the closed loop configuration. So here there is a closed loop formed due to the feedback circuit, okay, in between output and input, and so this is also called as a closed loop feedback amplifier. So basically this feedback amplifier which is also called as a closed loop feedback amplifier is divided into two blocks. So first is operational amplifier block and another or operational amplifier circuit, or another is a feedback circuit. We are very well known with our operational amplifier circuit, but what about feedback circuit? So feedback circuit may contain different types of components like active components, passive components, or a combination of both. It depends upon the application. Okay, so now in a rough sketch, if I will draw this is an op amp and this is a feedback circuit. So these two blocks are connected. So this is an operational amplifier, in here this is an input, this is an output, and now these two blocks are connected in this way, like from output to input. Feedback circuit is connected through output to input. Now there are four categories of closed loop configuration that are dependent upon the connections, how we connect this feedback circuit from output to input. So now these four categories are like, suppose we take voltage or a current from output and give in a series or a shunt to the input. So in this way there are four categories. So I will write down one by one. So first is voltage series, feedback, second is voltage shunt, third is current series, and fourth is current shunt. Amplifier. So just I told that the output we will take as a current or voltage, and we will give to the input of operational amplifier in series or shunt. So through these connections we have categorized this closed loop configuration into four types. Okay, so now we will see one by one. I will draw one by one configurations here. So for example, first of all I will draw voltage series and voltage shunt. So suppose this is my operational amplifier circuit. And here is a load connected RL at output side, and here I will provide an input signal Vin. Okay, so now suppose this is a feedback circuit, First combination is voltage series feedback. So from here I will take voltage, that is V0. So this is a V0 voltage given as an input to the feedback circuit, and from feedback circuit output it is in series, and so here will be Vf output voltage plus minus, which will be given to input side. So this is voltage series feedback amplifier. Okay, similarly I will draw a voltage shunt feedback amplifier. So suppose this is an op amp, and here will be the load RL connected at output. So here will be the voltage V0 we will get, okay, and this voltage is connected as a shunt here. So here I will give V in plus minus, and now this voltage will be given to the feedback circuit. So here the voltage will be given as a feedback circuit, and from feedback circuit output it is given in a shunt here. So this is a configuration. So in this way the output and input flow will be. So this is V0. So here will be V0, and suppose here will be the I in current flowing, and here will be the IB current, which is approximately 0, and from here it will be IF current flowing. So in this way this is a voltage shunt feedback amplifier. So if you observe in these two diagrams, output is given as an output of operational amplifier, that is voltage is given to the feedback circuit, and from feedback circuit either it may be current or voltage is given as an input to the operational amplifier, and that current or voltage which is an output of this feedback circuit is proportional to this output voltage. So in this way these two block diagrams we have seen for voltage series and voltage shunt. Similarly we will see for current series and current shunt. So here will be the load resistance RL, so IL will be the current flowing through this, and as I have told this current series, so here I will give this in a series format here. So this is V in. So in this way this is a current given IL to the feedback through the feedback circuit to the input of the operational amplifier. So this is current feedback amplifier. And last is current shunt feedback amplifier. So this is a load resistance. This is a feedback circuit. Given here, and now I will connect here V in, current shunt. So here I will connect this in a shunt way. So as I told that here is a feedback circuit, similar like this. So here will be I in, here will be IB going, and from here IF current will be going. So this is current shunt feedback amplifier. So these are the four categories. So we will cover voltage series and voltage shunt because these are mostly used and very much important configurations. Okay, so mostly used are voltage series and voltage shunt. We will derive and gain formula for this. So as we have seen here, current IL is given as an input to the feedback circuit, and output, it may be either current or voltage, is given. Output of feedback circuit is given as an input to the operational amplifier. So output of feedback circuit, which may be voltage or current, is proportional to IL, that is output current. So now we will see voltage series feedback amplifier. So I will draw first of all a diagram for voltage series feedback amplifier. Here to the operation amplifier, I will give you input voltage V in to non-inverting terminal. Okay, and from this inverting terminal, as this is voltage series, I will give here series RF and here will be the RL current, RL resistance. Here will be R1 resistance. So suppose this is V1 voltage, V2 voltage. So difference between this will be VID given. So here output will be VF. V0. So this is output. Okay, so output voltage will be V0 given. This is an amplifier which is, I will give you VCC and minus VE as a saturation voltages. So suppose this is a circuit for voltage series feedback amplifier, and if I will redraw this circuit in a simplified way, so it will become so as here I will provide V in voltage to non-inverting terminal, here will be ground, okay, and here will be R1 resistance given to the non-inverting terminal. Suppose here is a non-inverting terminal, so R1 resistance given and from this will be the feedback RF given from output to input side, and here will be my RL register. This is VCC and minus VEE. This is output. So here also V1 and V2. Okay. So this is a circuit for voltage series feedback amplifier. This is also called as a commonly non-inverting closed loop amplifier. Okay, why non-inverting? Because input is given to the non-inverting terminal and this is in a closed loop configuration. So I will write here non-inverting closed loop or a closed loop non-inverting amplifier. In any ways we can write. Okay. So now here, as I have told that this is a V-in given to the non-inverting terminal. Here is a feedback resistance which is coming to inverting terminal. So V1 and V2 are the two voltages applied here. So VID will be the differential voltage going inside the amplifier. Okay, R1 and RF together will form a feedback circuit, and output resistance is RL, and here I will get an output V0. Okay. So now we will derive a formula for gain, which is very much important. So in coming applications of operational amplifier, we will need this gain formula always. Okay. So for it may be for non-inverting configuration or inverting configuration in a closed loop manner. So here I will derive a formula for gain. So as we know that gain of amplifier, I will here, as this is a closed loop configuration, I will derive this gain of amplifier as a AF, which is equal to output voltage V0 upon V in. So this is a common gain formula given as a output voltage to the input voltage. Now here, if you will see this formula V0, this circuit V0 is given as a gain into V1 minus V2. So this is a very basic formula, that differential voltage is multiplied with the gain and then we get an output. Okay. Now we will derive what is V1, what is V2 here. So V1 here is, V1 is given to the non-inverting terminal and it is V in. So this is V in. And V2 is, so V2 here voltage will be, here now voltage is divided. Okay. So now voltage here calculated by voltage divider rule. So voltage across, like V2 we will calculate like R1, means this is a component with respect to ground. So R1 upon R1 plus RF into V0, because V0 is supplied from this terminal here. So it becomes R1 upon R1 plus RF into V0. Now we have got V1 and V2 and we will substitute these both values in this first equation. So this is equation 1, this is 2, this is 3. So substitute values of 2 and 3 in equation 1. Okay. So after that it will become V0 is equal to A multiplied by V1 is V in, so V in minus V2 is this whole term, so that will become R1 upon R1 plus RF into V0. Now I will simplify this by opening bracket, so this will become A V in minus R1 upon R1 plus RF into A V0. Okay. This is V0. Now I will take this term at left side. Okay. So here it will become V0. So this minus term, if I will shift here, it will become plus R1 upon R1 plus RF AV0 is equal to AV in. Okay, I will take common V0 here. So here V0 is equal to V0 in bracket 1 plus R1 upon R1 plus RF into A, which is equal to AV in. Okay. So now we know that closed loop gain is given by formula output by input. So closed loop gain is defined as a ratio of output to input. So it will give as AF is equal to V0 upon V in. So here I will shift this V in and I will shift this whole term this side. Okay. So first of all, before shifting, I will just simplify this. So V0 is equal to R1 plus R1. I have done the LCM. I have took this LCM plus R1A upon R1 plus RF, which is equal to AV in. Okay. Now I will just shift this V in at this side and this whole term into this fraction onto the right side. So that this will become V0 upon V in, which is equal to R1 plus RF upon this term R1 plus RF plus A R1 multiplied by A here. Okay. Now we know that gain is very high. So gain is approximately 10 raised to 5 typically. Okay. So if we will consider this denominator term, so R1 and RF are very much less compared to AR1, because as I have told that gain is very high compared to these two resistances. So now R1 plus RF plus AR1, this whole term will be approximately equal to AR1, because as I have told that gain is very high. And now instead of writing this whole term, I will consider approximate term, that is AR1 here. So now V0 upon V in will become here R1 plus RF into this A upon AR1. Okay. And now I will multiply this A inside. So it will become V0 upon V in AR1 plus ARF upon AR1. And if I will simplify this term, then it will become 1 plus RF upon R1. So this is my formula for gain. Okay. So my gain, which is equal to AF, gain is 1 plus RF upon R1. That means gain of non-inverting closed loop amplifier is dependent upon RF and R1, these two resistances. Okay. So gain is 1 plus RF upon R1 for closed loop non-inverting amplifier, if we will be providing an input voltage to the non-inverting amplifier. Okay. That means if I want a gain as 11, suppose here I want gain 11. So if I will say that I want gain is equal to 11, then my R1 should be 1 kilo ohms and RF should be 10 kilo ohms. So in this way we may calculate or we may adjust our gain by adjusting RF and R1. Here two more formulas I will give you, like input resistance. So for this input resistance also there is a very big derivation. I will just write here a formula for input resistance RIF is equal to Ri into 1 plus AB. So this RIF is nothing but the input resistance. Okay, so this will be the input resistance given here from here. Okay, so inside there will be a Ri resistance of operational amplifier. So this is Ri into 1 plus AB, where A is gain of our op amp in open loop, and beta B is gain of feedback circuit. So here I will say that this means that input resistance of an operational amplifier is 1 plus AB times Ri, that is input resistance of operational amplifier. Means here RIF is given. This means that input resistance of an op amp with feedback is 1 plus AB times that without feedback. Okay, and similarly I will derive for output resistance. So my output resistance will become ROF is equal to R0 upon 1 plus AB. So here also it shows that output resistance, so output resistance of operational amplifier ROF is 1 upon 1 plus AB times that of output resistance, okay, of operational amplifier. So these are two formulas for our input resistance and output resistance. So these are not mostly used. This is only the formula where we will use for non-inverting closed loop amplifier, hence after, okay, always. So in this way we have seen voltage series feedback amplifier. So I hope you have understood this, and thank you for watching this video.
Zeal Education Society, redefining excellence.